So I already gave you the product overview. Now it's time. I will focus more on architecture sides. Like in the product overview, I told you we are using access token and refresh token. We have like AI conversation, and each conversation remembers its memory. And we have like admin side dashboard and user side dashboard, and we have knowledge base and role based access. And also like I have added this feature of subscription tiers so that in case future you want to add it remains scalable, and it also gives suggested questions. So now coming to architecture side, on front end I am using Next.js latest version with Tailwind, and for the state management I'm using Zostand, and uh, for the API calls I'm using React Query. React Query is very popular library. It also caches request. You have seen in the product overview, like instantly in one first time the data comes from the server, and second time when user visit it is showing immediately. So that's like good user experience. And on the chat user side I am using like optimistic update, like immediately assuming it will be success the user question, and it verifies it on the server response, and using base XGS interceptor, and this interceptor is used in service instruction. So now let's me give you a little bit folder structure overview of the front-end app. So this is the like folder structure. All the configuration related files are present in the root. I have also like env.example env. Uh, this one is like dummy one. I have also pushed it to the GitHub. So every new user comes in, they should able to what are the required envs. So actual env value is not present, it will be present always in the .env. And I also like created prettier RC. This is basically related to formatting tools. Mm, so any new team members gets the project, so that it should make sure that our coding standards remain same no matter who is working on the project. And other as this is cloud MD, it is like containing the information of the our system application. So it helps the cloud to generate proper responses and accurate and related to our coding standards. And I am using like TypeScript. You can see this is the configuration of TypeScript. Now let's me enter into source folder. So this is the source folder. uh, this one is the like for the pages or uh, APIs, but I'm not using Next.js APIs. I'm using Express. It is components folders, config folder, and context folder for the hooks folder, lib folder, services folder, and store folder, types folder. As you can see, I have used pretty much used the separation of concerns over here. Each specific item or domain have its own separate folders. This is basically for clean code and scalable code. And one thing is that so any component doesn't call directly to the any API call. I'm using like components are using hooks. Every feature have hooks defined for it. Let me show it to you. So this is like use appointment hook. So appointment screen is using this hooks, and this hooks internally is using the React query. So it is good practice to use React query. It has many features, and this React query is not directly calling the API calls. It is using the service functions. So every features, as you can see here, it will it I have created a service function for every resource. This is appointment, auth, conversation service. So all API calling I have defined it here, and this is used by the hooks, and hooks are used ultimately consumed by the components itself. Okay. So if I show you like components, these are like every folder, every like related files are present in single folder for separation of code. Like you can see, it's clean code. You can explore it yourself in detail if you want. And this is the library functions, the util functions, and also store related file are present here. And types, I have created all types here in one place, so it can import it in any file you want. This is the utils, and this is like the in-memory variable for access token I was talking about. I have created in this file, and this file is consumed by the HTTP service over here. Okay, this is the single source of truth for calling the backend. I have like a base URL configured here and rest of the things. So now let me go towards the backend folder structure. As you can see, I have used the similar concepts over here. Same typeface and env.example and real env over here, and same creator RC and cloud MD. And in this package JSON, I have configured the commands. So if I want to start, I can npm run start, or I want to perform any migrations, I have to npm run db migrate, and similarly generate and seed if you want to seed anything in the database or rag or in guest. So now coming inside the I have you can see here is the logs folder for the different logs. I can see here errors here and http logs, and also scripts goes here, which is like a rag knowledge base insertion and normal seed database. Now let me go towards the source folder in backend. As you can see, same folder structures and clean code I am following in backend. This concept AI config controllers database enums middlewares repositories route schema services types utils. So basically, whenever the backend receive request, it first goes to this main root file app.js. From here, I am redirecting it to the respective route file, but I have also like some extra middleware I'm using, like Helmet for security purpose, cookie parsing for parsing the cookies, because I'm using refresh token, which is HTTP only and secured one. And this one is the course file, course middleware and express JSON middleware, and uh, all other the rate limiting middlewares and all others routes are imported from here. Okay, so now first request comes to these routes, and after that it goes to the respective service file. Now let me go to one. So this is the controller, and controller will forward it to the service file. Okay, this is the service file. Request come to route forwards to controllers, and controllers forward to service, and service can access repositories or database ORMs functions directly. So this is the pattern I am following. Okay, now let me show other thing. The AI one I will show at the end. So this is the config file. All the envs I am using it from central base. Whenever I need some kind of env, I am using or importing it from here in the overall app, not directly extending process env. And some constant file here, and this is the controller files and database, the config database client. Here is the appointment enums and middlewares. I am using multiple middlewares in this app. As you can see, each had its own purpose, and this one is the repository I already shared or explained. This one is the schema file for validation purpose, and types here in detail. Okay, so that is pretty much, and let me now come towards AI. So like AI has multiple components, like the agent, the RAG part, LLM part, the security part, state part, and the tool parts. So you can see I have created separate folder for each one. Uh, this one defines the base prompt, and this one is the like initial state, and this runs the agents and agent type. This one is the graph, the LLM LangChain graph. Okay, so basically I have like agent graph. After that, tools, agent first type which tools it needs to call depending upon the question asked in the chatbot from the user side, and check pointer for memory, and this one route, And this is like currently I have one node, the agent node, which is like the starting point, and this one is the LLM, defines the which model I'm using. I'm using OpenAI servers, and similarly it is invoking here. And this one is the RAG part. Here's the knowledge base part. I ingest in here, and RAG base basically say components retrieval, augmented, and generation. So these files have these related logics. And security part has like it checks like which user has which tool available, and also like authorize it. This one is the state agent or LangGraph maintain its state, and these are the available tools. Okay, admin has these tools accessible, and the in tool registry like defines which user can get which tools. So these are pretty much the structure overview. So if you have any question, you can ask me.